Hello, Marks. I am so fucking tired. But Lyssie and Dylan are here talking about wrestling. That's why our podcast is called Talkin Wrasslin. Um, we're gonna talk about the wrestling. We're gonna get into a debate, maybe. I don't know. I think this one was fairly chill. Um, I'm the host this week because I'm talking and you're hearing me. So Dylan's the co-host, I guess. Let's talk wrestling. All right, we're back
Hello.
with another episode of Talkin Wrasslin.
Another one.
I'm the host for the week. Woohoo. I have another headache, and I'm very tired. So we're gonna try and see how this goes. I feel like I always am, every single time I'm the fucking host.
I just smoked weed and it went up my nose, so my nose is all like my nasal.
Nasal.
Nasal. I'm having a stroke. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
This episode's falling apart already.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, well, let's just kind of get into things a little bit. I'll do a quick little rundown of the episode of all the stuff that we're going to be talking about. Typically, you know, the usual with, like, the Dark Side of the Ring episodes and the WWE documentaries. The Rivals, I should say. We didn't have any, what was it?
It was
Most Wanted Treasures or anything this week?
Yeah, it was just Rivals this week.
I had a little bit of wrestling news, along with some stuff that stuck out to us on Raw, SmackDown. I guess we're talking about TNA.
Yeah.
Dynamite, Collision, Rampage, Dynasty, and then the Wrestler of the Week. Before we get into all of that, Dylan, how has your week been?
It's pretty good. I don't think we really did anything, right?
I don't think so.
It was kind of just a typical boring week. I'm tired. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired too.
But it was just a typical boring week of doing nothing and watching wrestling and questioning our lives.
Why are we questioning our lives?
Oh, I don't know, because I just question my life
because we're alive.
Yeah, I just question my life every day in existence.
That's fair. Are you going to ask me about how my week is?
Did you get distracted by Junkyard Dog wearing a Hulk Hogan shirt?
No, I'm not even paying attention.
We're watching an episode of Saturday Night's Main Event, and it's from like 86, I think. And it has Hulk Hogan and Junkyard Dog and a mini guy. I'll be politically correct. A mini guy. Small person. Being interviewed by Mean Gene Okerlund. And the funny thing about this is Hulk Hogan's wearing a white America-made shirt with the Junkyard Dog chain around him. And Junkyard Dog's just wearing a Hulkamania shirt. Because 80s wrestling is fucking insane. Anyway, how was your week?
My week was fine. I mean, kind of similarly, like nothing overly crazy had happened. I was working on a jacket all week, early before work. Not really all week, about half the week I was working on it. It didn't really take too long.
What was the jacket?
Well, it was a Jack Perry jacket.
Oh, you fucking jack off.
Why are you so mean to me all the time? I can post a picture of it, I guess, somewhere.
Well, yeah,
here.
tell the people what the jacket is. Come on.
Well, there's the picture for where you're looking at it, so you can already tell what it is. Wow, good job, Lyssie. You did such a great job. But no, it was the jacket that he wore at Windy City Riot because it was iconic and it was a moment, and I immediately was like, I have to do that.
And for the people that don't understand what the Crimea River is, can you explain what it is? Because they might just think you're a Justin Timberlake fan.
If anybody is listening to this podcast that's about wrestling and has no fucking idea what it's about, I'm going to be so shocked. No, it's a reference to Jack Perry telling CM Punk to go cry in a river at All In last year when he used real glass. Yahoo. But it was cunty and I loved it. So I was like, all right, well, I immediately need to make that like now. So I woke up early to go to like Michael's, and I went to Joann's, Hobby Lobby, you know, all the craft stores and whatnot, trying to find materials to use because my materials are either slim to none or have expired their shelf life, especially when it comes to paint. And also try and find a fucking leather jacket in the middle of, well, turning into spring was, you know, kind of a nightmare. But we figured it out, and, you know, I didn't spend a shit ton of money doing this, which was crazy. So, yeah, the jacket was like $30, I think. And then I already still had some white leather paint left from when I made my Young Bucks jacket. But I was stupid, and I was like, yeah, I should have this whole container of white leather paint left, because I didn't use it for my Young Bucks jacket. I only had half of it. And I was like, where the fuck did my white paint go? I was like, I didn't use any white in my Young Bucks jacket. Why the fuck don't I have anything? And then I realized that I'm stupid, and the purple that I had for my Young Bucks jacket was too dark, so I used the white to lighten it, because white is used for mixing as well. So I'm a fucking idiot. But nonetheless, I got all sorted. I think it came out really cool. People on Twitter are liking it, so thanks everyone on Twitter for liking it. But aside from that, yeah, no, my week has just kind of been, fine, I guess. Nothing too crazy. Okay, well, I guess if that's really all you want to discuss, we'll just jump into shit.
Yeah.
So the first thing you have written down here is a Dark Side of the Ring episode talking about Chris Adams. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. We watched this twice, and I really wasn't paying attention.
He's the inventor of the super kick.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
He's the inventor of the super kick. He pretty much just lived that. I hate to say it, but typical wrestler rock star lifestyle of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And he got into a drunken altercation with one of his friends, and his friend had to kill him on self-defense, and his friend did not get criminally charged for it. What a weird fucking life.
Yeah, we watched this twice, because I think the first time we started watching it, you were falling asleep.
I was falling asleep.
And I was just not paying attention at all either time.
That's one of the, there's always one of those episodes where it's like, you don't know much about it. I mean, same with the Chris Colt one. You don't know much about it, and it's kind of just like, I'm gonna put this on and see what comes out of it.
Yeah. I mean, cool, he was the inventor of the super kick and everything, and
Trained Steve Austin.
Yeah. I just was not into it.
This week,
like this one.
This week, tomorrow, as we're recording this Tuesday, so as you guys are hearing, tonight's episode, is going to be Sensational Sherry. So that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
Okay, so WWE released some people. You wrote down Jinder Mahal and others.
Because I'm not going to lie. I know Shanky and Veer were one of them, too, but there was so many others, too. Like, someone today broke it, Von Wagner from NXT. I don't know if they were released or fired, but the big one is Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, he showed up for 2 episodes?
No,
I think
Jinder Mahal's been around for a while now.
No, but they brought him back in recent memory. Like, cause he had the match with Seth, right?
In recent memory, he had a 2 million viewer segment with The Rock.
Yeah.
And then he had a match with Seth Rollins that Tony Khan had a bitch fit on Twitter about. He tweeted.
Well,
he tweeted out.
Match. He had a bitch fit about.
Jinder. Yes, it was. And Jinder Mahal tweeted out who the fuck is Hook, and
yeah, that's what I thought he had the bitch fit about. I didn't think it was the match.
No, it was the match. It was the whole double stand. It was like, because that's when everyone was bitching about the rankings and shit, which makes still no sense. And Jinder Mahal randomly just got a world title match without having. I guess Tony fucking cage matched it, and he only had like 2 matches in the past 2 years, and he lost his like last 100 matches or whatever. I don't know.
Well, okay. I mean, in fairness, yeah, that made no sense.
I'm Jinder Mahal, ladies and gentlemen. He's probably going to go to TNA.
Yeah.
If anything.
But, I mean, hope all is well for them. I'm just going to be adjusting myself here for a second. Hope all is well for them. That sucks. I'm not happy when anyone really loses their job, but...
Yeah, I don't know who, like, if they got fired or released, because Jinder just randomly put out, like, I quit.
Yeah.
And then it was something to do... Then he put in his bio, like, 90 days. Veer, the only highlight of Veer is when they were sending Hook. So it was, Veer is coming to Raw next week. Send Veer.
Oh, yeah, wasn't he, like, on his way for, like, 3 months or something?
He was on his way for, like, 3 months, and then he finally showed up. And whatever. Anyway, I guess we can go into the next thing that's more interesting.
Which I also was not. We literally just watched. I can talk about this. So, the WWE rivals Hogan and Savage.
Oh my God, Hogan and Savage.
Yeah, you go off about this because I literally have been sitting here with a headache for the past hour. So
what an iconic rivalry of the '80s. Hogan and Savage, the Mega Powers, they come together. Randy Savage wins the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 4. Hogan has lust in his eyes. He wants to, hang and bang with Elizabeth. And then Macho Man sees right through it. You got lust in your eyes. And they have a match at WrestleMania 5. And it goes beyond that, too, of I guess Macho Man, this is coming from Hulk Hogan's mouth, so allegedly, Macho Man and the Elizabeth, actual marriage, real life marriage, according to Macho Man from Hulk Hogan's mouth, it was Hulk Hogan's fault that they split up.
I don't think that was the reason. Wasn't there a whole Dark Side of the Ring about this?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot. Macho Man was very protective of Elizabeth, and Macho Man had his own problems.
Yeah.
And everything.
I don't think it was Hulk Hogan.
It wasn't Hulk Hogan. Macho Man didn't like the storyline with Elizabeth and Hogan and everything, because it's just really weird because Macho Man was shooting, bro. He didn't like anyone but him touching Elizabeth, looking at Elizabeth, or anything, and that was on camera and off camera. It's an iconic feud, though. The Mega Powers, they get together, and then it's you know immediately that one of these motherfuckers are gonna turn on one, and it's not gonna be Hogan. So Macho Man freak out, and then they have a match at WrestleMania 5, and we go on our merry way. And then Macho Man makes a rap album.
One of the best rap albums of all fucking time.
Lissy, can you give us a quote from Be a Man by Macho Man?
Oh, God.
So, Tony Schiavone reads rap on his podcast. I want Lissy to read rap on our podcast.
I'm not reading rap.
Here we go. Give me
a
a line from Be a Man by Macho Man Randy Savage.
You're asking the person whose head feels like a fucking TV from the 90s right now, dog.
Are you gonna read rap?
No, I'm not gonna read rap.
Be a man, Hulk.
Oh my god, we're gonna move on. I don't have the brain capacity to even think about the lyrics to the song right now.
Go and turn soft!
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna go into Raw. So we're gonna talk about
Raw rolls on.
Rhea Ripley and how she had to vacate the title. Vacate the women's title because she's
very sad.
Injured.
Very sad.
I hear so many fucking people talking about they're not sure if she's actually injured or this, that, and the other thing, and how she's
hurt.
A ruse. And it's look, even if it was first of all, I don't think it's a ruse. But even if it was a ruse, they're not gonna make her, who's hot as and I'm saying as in crowd wise, hot as fuck right now, just drop her title for a ruse.
Yeah. No, it's I hate these people. We'll get into much more of this discourse later of people being like, oh my god, they're injured. It's a work. No, he's actually hurt. She's hurt. She's hurt, you dumbasses.
I'm wondering how long it's going to take her to recover, because I do think it is kind of stupid that Roman was able to be part-time and defend his title not a lot ever at all.
People are saying, I read reports, 5 to 7 months. It's I don't know the exact injury, but it's something her shoulder's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like a separation, but something else too. I don't know if it requires surgery. I'm not too sure. I didn't read anything on that, but I never had a shoulder injury. I've had an elbow injury, and I can only imagine. Probably similar, if not worse.
Probably worse.
Yeah.
Because I know my coworker fucked up his shoulder. I think it was his shoulder. I don't think it was his collarbone. Nonetheless, he wasn't able to move his arm. He was able to move his arm back, but he wasn't able to move it up at all. Because I guess he broke some sort of bone in his shoulder area, which it was capping, and it wasn't allowing him to move and shit. But
my dad broke his collarbone before.
Yeah, he didn't get surgery or anything, I don't think. But yeah, no. So I mean, I hope she's okay. I hope everything's all right. You know what I mean? And I hope she'll heal up and be back soon enough. But it just sucks.
Yeah, it sucks especially when you're having a reign like she was.
Yeah.
And that's how, I mean, there's a whole story there, though. And the funny thing, it's kind of weird how it happened. So, Liv got kayfabe injured by Rhea the same way Rhea actually got injured by Liv.
Yeah.
So, Liv should win the belt, hold it, Rhea comes back as a babyface. They set that up already, of Rhea coming back as a babyface. Our microphone's gonna fall.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it stable, but I can't.
But yeah, they have a story set up already for when she comes back. So.
But yeah, I mean, I feel bad. You know, again, that shit always fucking sucks, and I like Rhea. You know what I mean? So I don't want anything to, like... No, I just hope she's okay, basically. I mean, if it's 5 to 7 months, then yeah, I could see why they make her vacate it and whatnot. I understood, like, I think it might have been before we knew how long this injury was going to take. People were like, that kind of seems a little fucked up that Roman was able to defend his title, 30 times in 4 years, but she can't, hold on to it while she's going through this shit, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know. So how do you feel about the new tag belts on Raw, since we're talking about belts?
The world tag belts, the Raw tag belts, are absolutely atrocious.
I don't mind them as much as I first initially did. I still don't think they're the best looking belts.
No, they're horrible. I don't like them.
You know, someone on Twitter mentioned that they looked like pizzas, and that was all I could think of. And then I mentioned that to my one coworker, and I was like, do you like the pizza belts? And he was like, shut the fuck up.
All the belts on Raw literally look like a fucking miniature version of Big Gold.
Okay, well, let me finish. He was like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, they're dual-plated. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're dual-plated. It just looked gold. So I went on the website, and yeah, they're like gold and like silver or like chrome or something. And seeing them online, like what they're supposed to be looking like, but not as what they're picking up on camera, they do look a lot better than what I thought they did. They're still not my favorite ever, but they look better than I thought they did. But also I have the issue with, like, if they're gonna consistently look that way on camera, then I don't get it. Like, I don't get the point in doing all that shit, because now it's not reading right on the camera. I don't like them. Yeah, again, they're not my favorite. They're better than the previous ones, I'll say that much.
Yeah, at least not a fucking Trojan logo. We'll get into the better tag belts later.
Yeah, but, sure, at least we got rid of those other ugly-ass fucking tag belts. They were fucking terrible.
They were around for 14 goddamn years.
They were terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Hated them.
God-awful. You can do a perfect transition here, but I don't even know. You probably aren't thinking of transitions right now.
I'm not going to be able to do a transition as well as the camera work that was done, but I could at least say that thank God Kevin Dunn is gone, because he was really holding the WWE production back with the Sami Zayn entrance was, and I kid you not, fire emoji.
That's what I wrote on the notes. That is what I have on the notes. I have fire emoji on the notes.
Yeah, I've been saying it for fucking weeks now that, like...
You saw this? Did you see this entrance? I know we went to bed
probably
before
not,
this.
no, but I don't even need to see it because I already know, like, the shit that they've been doing. Like, I've been seeing the shit that they've been doing.
He came through the crowd.
Oh, good for him.
In his hometown, but it was the one shot. Mm-hmm. And it was really fucking cool.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love this one shot shit that they're fucking doing. It looks so fucking good. Yeah, fuck Kevin Dunn.
I also enjoyed, like, what the fuck was it that they were doing at Mania when they were in the ring? Like, the 8K cameras?
8K?
4K? I don't know what the fuck it was.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
When they were doing the introduction for the title matches, and they would have the champion and challenger there, and the camera angles...
Oh, the angles that they did, yeah.
Like, I don't know what I
was gonna say, I have no idea what type of, if it's like 4K or 8K,
yeah,
because
it was fucking cool.
Weird, like, thing that I like to think about, maybe not really think about, I don't know. So, our TV is not a 4K TV, because we don't have money.
Yeah.
But...
Imagine watching this. Imagine watching King Kong Bundy in 4K.
Yeah, but, so we don't have 4K. So I feel like whenever people use 4K cameras and it comes through a TV that's not 4K, it doesn't look real. Like, and I'm not saying, like, it looks too good to be real. Like, it kind of, I don't know if, like, the TV can't, like, process it or whatever, but it kind of looks like a video game or some sort of, like, AI or something. It looks a little off to where it looks like it's CGI. Like, it doesn't look actually real. And it's not, like, super noticeable of just, like, you see this and it's, like, automatically, like, shit fucking quality. It's just, it looks like, I don't know how to explain. It just looks kind of weird. Almost if you're playing, like, 2K24 or something. Like, it just looks really fucking weird. But yeah, no, I didn't see Sammy's entrance. But just if it's anything like the shots that they've been doing, I'm sure it was fucking great. Along with that, Chad Gable turned heel.
Yes.
Which I also didn't know that happened, but...
Yes, he turned heel. He turned on Sammy right after the match.
So, like, what happened?
So, Sammy won, and he was celebrating with his wife, and, like, his wife was in the crowd, like, front row, and Sammy was just, like, hugging her over the barricade, and like, before that, like, they did the awkward, like, handshaking thing, and you can tell, like, Chad felt a certain type of way, and that he was gonna be a Chad after this. And I hope that's his new gimmick. He's just a Chad.
I want to slam my head off the fucking bedpost.
But Sammy was hugging his wife, and Chad came right from behind him and just suplexed him. And, like, beat the fuck out of him. Right in front of his wife. And, like, the people were pissed. They were great. They were fucking booing the shit out of him.
I mean, yeah, who could be mean to Sammy? He's just like a little hamster guy.
It was fun though. It was pretty cool. I'm glad they're doing something with Chad now. He's a heel.
Yeah, I guess we'll see more of that tonight. Because it's Monday as we're recording this. So I guess we'll see more of that tonight, which I'm excited for. I mean, you know, anything that has anything to do with Sammy, I'm here for. It's just, again, you fell asleep during this, so I ended up not catching up with it. But
I hope it leads to a more Sammy and Chad feud. Because that can continue on for like 6 months. I'm totally fine with that.
I'm sure it will lead into a feud.
Well, they're already kind of having something, so...
Yeah, but I'm sure it's just going to be like at first this was friends, and then like a friendly competition, and then not a friendly competition.
I'm also just getting fucking scared because the draft's coming up, and like, they might just be like, you know what? We're going to put Chad Gable on Smackdown. Which I'm not against if we're going to Smackdown in May, but like, they might just fuck this all up.
Yeah. Yeah, they do that well, don't they? Speaking of SmackDown, let's talk about some stuff that happened on SmackDown. Oh, yeah, no, I do know about all this. Okay, so AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes at Backlash.
AJ Styles beat LA Knight,
Yeah.
To become #1 contender, and we're getting AJ versus Cody. That's going to be barn burning.
Throw it back, boys.
That's cool. That's cool. AJ seems to be that guy now. I'm never expecting AJ to win another title. He's kind of just in that Dolph Ziggler role, I think, now of like, we can depend on AJ because he's all reliable.
That's true. Why did Didi just...
I don't know. Our cat
He just did parkour off
our cat's been training for something. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him lately. But yeah, I mean, again, like, I'd rather AJ anywhere else than the WWE, but AJ Styles is still a fantastic wrestler, so I think him and Cody will put on a good match. You know, that'll be exciting.
Those French people will love it.
Is it in Canada?
No, it's in France.
Oh, it's in France?
Yeah, they're having it in France.
Oh, I thought it was, like, in the French-Canada area.
You're probably going to be watching it at work that day, because I think it's, like, airing on a Saturday at, like, 1 o'clock.
Oh, I don't want another pay-per-view at work.
Yeah.
It's so hard to pay attention at work. I'm at work.
Oh.
And then stuff happens.
Tell them to go home.
Like, sorry guys, can't come into work. I'm watching Backlash at home. Anyway, the new tag belts for SmackDown, which are miles better than the Raw ones.
They are the second best looking belt in the WWE.
What's the first?
The first is the NXT North American title.
Oh, alright. Well...
But these are a CrossFit of the old school World Tag Team titles and old school WWE Tag Team titles. That are now known as the WWE Tag Team titles. And you can tell Triple H is having second thoughts of the teams that he fucking chose here, because both segments he just like gave the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, you have the Awesome Truth as tag team champions on Raw, and you have fucking Austin Theory and Grayson Waller on SmackDown.
Yeah, and Austin Theory shouldn't be holding a belt that looks that nice.
Oh, also, I meant to tell you, going back to Chad Gable really quick, because this reminds me of teams, he's supposedly going to be paired up with the Creed brothers.
Interesting.
So that's going to be fucking cool.
Very interesting, okay.
That's going to be fucking cool. So they should put the belt on the Creed brothers and give Chad Gable a belt, too.
Yeah, I just think that that Austin Theory should fuck off. But, you know, what do I know?
Yeah.
But no, I think these belts look really fucking cool. They're very old school.
They're better looking.
I would say they're the best belts that AEW has, or not AEW, WWE has.
I just like the North American title because it looks really cool. You know what the North American title looks like, right? No? I'm gonna show Lissy the North American title.
I don't pay attention to anything that goes on in NXT, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I'm gonna show Lissy. You'll get why I like the North American title, because it looks like a very old school title. Alright, Lissy's reaction on the North American title.
Oh, I know what this belt is. That belt has a really thick strap for no reason.
It's the Dominic Mysterio belt.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's what it looks like in person.
I
like it.
We were making fun of it at work because of how thick the strap is around the back.
I like it.
I'm not a fan. Maybe it's the brown leather.
It's like a burgundy.
Maybe that's what it is. Why did you go to that? We're not even on that yet. I have no idea what we're talking about this episode.
Oh.
How do I use your phone?
I got you.
How do I use an Apple?
There we go.
Thank you. Jesus Christ, if it's on an iPad, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing with it. Yeah, so after seeing that, these are the best belts that WWE has.
I mean, fair
argument. I'm not a fan of it. I don't know, maybe it's the shape of it, maybe it's the color of the strap or something.
They're good belts. I like them too.
Nonetheless,
hopefully FTR wins them one day.
Yeah, I doubt that. I mean, I don't know, but I kind of doubt it.
I hope CM Punk and Kofi Kingston win them.
That I'd love to see.
I hope they team up.
That I would love to fucking see. Moving on, let's go on to someone who probably wouldn't like to see that, Kevin Owens. And how he was bleeding just a little bit on television.
He was bleeding, bro.
He came out and he was bleeding, and Dylan was like, "Is Kevin Owens bleeding?" And I was like, "Oh, I think he is." And then they showed the side of his head. I was like, "Oh yeah, just a little." Dylan was like, "It's not just a little."
Bro was bleeding like it was Mid-South Wrestling in 1984, bro.
Yeah, just a little. It's fine.
Like, what do you think of this? So, this leads into Kevin Owens bleeding on TV.
What happened? Oh, right.
The Bloodline.
Yeah, the Bloodline.
What do you think of the Bloodline story right now?
I think it's really stupid.
With Tama and Solo.
I think it's really stupid.
It's so fucking weird, bro.
No, you know what it feels like? It feels like, those hit shows that would be on the television.
And they get rid of the main character.
Well, they either get... Okay, it's that 70s show after Eric left.
It's that 70s show final season. They have Randy.
Yeah, when Randy shows up. That's basically what it is. Like, it's... What I was going to say, when there's, like, a big hit TV show and then they do a spin-off, and the spin-off just sucks ass. Like, that's kind of what it is.
I was going to compare it to, like... It's like Guns N' Roses back in the day when fucking Axl Rose reunited Guns N' Roses, but he was the only original member. There's no Slash. There's no other fucking components here. It's just like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, it's like the Jerry only Misfits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not good.
It's not bad.
No, it's okay.
Giving them something to do. They're treating Tama Tonga right. And also, Kevin Owens is bleeding on TV.
I'm always here for more blood on television. And I'm not going to lie about that. The car crash angle was fun.
That was so fucking random.
No, that was fun.
It was so
like,
random.
I like the idea that the bloodline without Roman is just straight up, like, we're going to kick your shit in. I like that.
And Paul Heyman's losing his shit.
And Paul Heyman has no idea what to do. But it just, like... It hasn't gotten there yet where I'm like, okay, I'm behind this. Because now it just feels weird.
Well,
it feels awkward. And it just kind of like randomly happened. Which, like, I get it. Like, Roman lost his belt. He's going away for a while. That makes sense and whatnot. But them to just be like, okay, well, now Solo's the tribal chief. And now that Solo's in charge, we're just going to wreck shit literally in 2 weeks.
I think that's the whole motive of this, is to make this new bloodline look more savage than what the bloodline was, because you already have it set up where when Roman comes back, he is going to be a babyface. Mm-hmm. And you already have it set up that the Usos are going to reunite and be babyfaces. So keep Solo, Tama, and Jacob Fatu as the heels with The Rock. There's The Rock's bloodline, and then you have Roman's bloodline.
I mean, sure, why not?
I wouldn't mind Jacob Fatu joining Roman's side, because I think The Rock versus Jacob Fatu has so much potential to be funny as fuck.
I'm still waiting for The Rock to do a Canadian. Or to take
it might be in the Jacob Fatu match.
But, yeah, I mean, nonetheless, like, if it gets people bleeding, then cool. Yeah. You know, like, that, then alright. But I just feel like it's feeling weird right now. I'm not really too sure if I like it or if I dislike it. I get what they're going for, but it hasn't clicked yet. I feel like
it's something. It's one of those we gotta see.
Just can't believe that fucking Solo's become the Randy of That 70s Show. You know, the thing is, Randy wasn't, like, a terrible character. Like, realistically, he wasn't that bad. But, like, it was just, like, you were trying to fill Eric Foreman's shoes. And Eric was so fucking good. And so lovable. And so great. That, like, Solo's the Randy. And, unfortunately, Roman is the Eric Foreman. But, like...
Alright. Hold on. We'll back it up. We're breaking this down. So, who is Roman?
So, if Roman's Eric Foreman...
Okay, Solo is Randy. Who's Jay?
Oh, Jay's fucking Kelso.
Yeah?
Yeah, Jay's gotta be Kelso.
Who's Jimmy? Is Jimmy Hyde?
No, I feel like Tama's gotta be Hyde because
Tama's gotta be Hyde?
Well, because, like, Hyde was, like, not chaotic. Like, not chaotic like Kelso, but chaotic enough.
But he would never want to put up with Kelso's shit either.
No, that's true. I have to think about this.
Yeah.
I need the Rock's family tree, but in order to...
Who would the Rock be?
Oh, Red.
Who's Paul Heyman then?
Giddy. That's so fucking obvious.
Who's Fez? Is Solo? No, Solo can't be Fez.
No, Solo has to be Randy.
Who's Fez? Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy.
Makes sense, because he was the foreigner in the fucking Samoan group.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
He was the only Canadian
and
there.
He was also like the fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Like, you know, he was just there, had not a clue what the fuck was going on at any given moment, but was having a great fucking time. Yeah, that's Fez. That's Sammy. Right fucking there.
Who was Kevin Owens then? We gotta think of all the, like, side quests here.
God, it's so hard. Who's Jackie? Who would Jackie have been?
Cody is Jackie because
he's a drama queen.
Jay is Kelso.
Oh, that's so true.
That makes sense.
Who's Donna?
Who?
Kevin Owens be Donna?
Wait, who was
the logical one.
Who's Eric again? Roman's Eric again? Yeah, no, Kevin Owens would have to be Donna. He's logical.
Yeah, he's the only one that watches the product.
Who's Bob?
Oh God. Okay. Seth.
Seth's Bob.
Because the fits. Yeah, Seth. There you go. Is there anyone we're missing? Is there any person we're fucking missing in this?
What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
So the bloodline is... I wish you had more time to draw the bloodline as That 70s Show
I'm not
character.
fucking doing that shit.
That'd be the funniest.
I am not doing that shit.
So the bloodline is That 70s Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and now that Eric went off to fucking space camp, or whatever the fuck it was.
I'm gonna have to go fucking edit, or you're gonna have to buy time and edit.
Their faces onto the cast?
Yeah, or find bloodline highlights of, like, everyone that we just talked about to the theme song.
I don't have the time for that. You took my Monday away from me. I don't have the time for that. Excuse me, Ghost. The wall is not for scratching. That's what you're... We paid money for a scratch post for you. You know that, right? We've put money into a scratching post for you. And you're just gonna scratch the wall? We don't own this place. Don't half-ass it. Can you get up and tell him to stop?
Hey. Stop it.
He's not gonna... You have to get up. He's not gonna listen to you if you don't get up.
I'm trying everything.
Just get up and move him.
Move.
Pick him up.
I don't want him to pick him.
He's not gonna hurt you. He's
he was
a cat.
Ready. He was ready.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I have been attacked by the cat.
He doesn't attack.
The cat's shooting on me.
He doesn't attack. Anyway.
This episode fell apart.
We really went off on a completely different fucking topic.
So the Bloodline's that 70s show.
Yeah, and Kevin Owens is bleeding, I guess. Anyway, let's go into TNA, which I don't really have any idea what the fuck's happening over in TNA, but apparently Santana showed up.
Santana's back.
Yeah.
In TNA. So that's cool. What do you hope for Santana? What do you think of Santana?
I like Santana. I just have no idea what to hope for him in TNA. Because I have no idea what's going on in TNA.
Hope for the better.
Yeah, because it seems like it's a fucking train wreck going on right now.
What about Sami Callihan? He's also back.
I'm unfamiliar with Sami Callihan.
He was John Moxley's tag team partner in CZW. He's a crazy motherfucker.
Well, good for him.
He causes controversy, but it's cool. It's a good fit.
Okay.
The big one. Broken Matt Hardy.
The fuck was that?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, that I'm expecting we're gonna see a Broken Hardys thing going on at TNA.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Jeff doing a singles run in AEW. I mean, him and Matt both have just kind of disappeared off of AEW TV.
Well, Sammy killed Jeff Hardy.
Well, yeah. Wait, is Jeff out with injury, like with a concussion?
I honestly do not know.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he's legitimately out with injury or if he just kind of disappeared.
Like, is Sammy still suspended, or did he just disappear?
Yes, he's suspended. He's in Paris right now. Or I think last time I checked, he was in Paris.
What a nice suspension he's spending time with.
Well, I mean, he has a kid now. He's got a wife and everything. So, I mean, I'm not really overly surprised that they're just off doing shit.
You can get suspended in AEW and go live a life like Jack Perry went to Japan.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if
Punk went home.
Dude, if I got suspended for getting into a fight that may or may not have really overly that much been my fault, and Tony's like, I'm punishing you, you're going to Japan, I'd be like, oh no, oh god, is it covered for me? Ticket and everything? Alright, bye.
Yeah, like thanks, I'm still getting paid from here?
I don't know if it was suspended without pay.
No, there usually are.
Oh.
Yeah, usually I've read things of like when they're suspended they usually.
Well, when he went over to New Japan, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he was getting paid from New Japan.
Oh yeah, that
or if he double dipped maybe, and if he's just rolling in it, he's rolling in the merch money.
I don't know if you can double dip, to be honest with you. I don't know
either. But nonetheless,
unless it was one of those like, hey, New Japan, take him, we'll pay him.
Unless...
Because WWE did that before to, like, guys in ECW. Where, like, they'd be like, hey, ECW, take these guys. You don't have to pay them.
Unless, Jeff Hardy just shows up in New Japan. I think we're going to see him joining Matt pretty soon.
I don't think Jeff Hardy's ever going to show up in New Japan ever again after the debacle of Wrestle Kingdom.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
He had a match against Naito when he was the TNA champion, and Jeff Hardy did Jeff Hardy things over there.
Yeah, okay, that's...
It wasn't...
that's kind of what I assumed.
Yeah, it wasn't... I don't think he's going to be showing up in New Japan. I don't even think he can travel to Japan. He can't even travel to fucking Canada.
Oh, he can't?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeff can't get a license for 10 years.
Like a driver's license?
Yeah, he cannot apply for a driver's license for 10 years.
Ooh, that's not good.
According to the internet.
Yeah, well, you know.
But, I mean, if it's your third fucking DUI in 10 years, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And if the reports of you can't travel to Canada, I would assume you cannot travel to probably Japan either.
That's true, yeah. Anyway, along with, you know, alternative-looking fucks being in TNA, Lars Fredrickson.
I don't know if this is like a full-time thing, but Lars Fredrickson was in TNA over the weekend, and he was a manager for some women's tag team. And you know what? I fuck with Lars Fredrickson being in TNA.
Very weird. Very random.
He's a wrestling fan, though.
Well, yeah, no, but it was just really random.
He's friends with Punk.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it was random.
I always saw it happening, to be honest with you.
I mean... It's more so of like it being TNA. That it was random, like...
I mean, he showed up in AEW with Rancid to perform Ruby Soho once.
Yeah.
Which, we could talk about that right now right quick, because I don't think I have that written down. I don't. Congratulations, Ruby Soho.
Yeah, Ruby and Cool Hand Ange are gonna...
Angelo Parker.
Have a baby.
They're gonna have a baby Soho.
Little baby Soho. No, really happy for them.
Anyway... let's get on to Wednesday night.
All right, so cunty Matt Jackson.
I didn't know how to word this, to be honest with you, so...
Matt Jackson really went, stop this video package, the show is too filled up. We're going out there. Like, in the middle of... Okay, so...
They were making a video package.
There was a video package that was playing, and as it was playing, you could hear Matt and Nick talking over it, and Matt was like, no, just stop this, just cut this. And they cut the video package and panned over to Matt and Nick with Tony in the corner.
Yes.
And we're like, all right, we don't have time for this shit. We have a match coming up, so we're going out there right now. Play our fucking music. You'll see this on the social media later.
And then he did commentary. We don't know what he fucking said because it was during picture-in-picture with...
The whole thing wasn't, but he did start doing commentary during picture-in-picture. But he wrestled with, like, talking through the microphone and everything, too, which is a fun throwback because he used to do that over in Japan. I think it was over in Japan, if I'm not mistaken.
The Rock done it before.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like...
Everyone does it every once in a while.
It was a cool throwback of stuff that they did, and it was funny. Fun little match that had happened on Dynamite. And I don't know, like, again, people can sit here and complain about this fucking gimmick, but I just think every fucking week they're doing something, like... They're getting creative with it, you know?
It's just funny.
It's hilarious.
It's funny.
But, yeah, no, I loved it. Thought it was hilarious. And getting on to that and things that I don't love, it's Chris Jericho and why he's on my television screen.
He just needs to get the fuck off TV, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about this a little bit more later. But that whole segment with him, Hook and Taz.
Oh, God.
Just fucking stupid.
Taz took a bump.
I like that Hook had to flip his chip bag inside out, though.
Yeah.
And then, like, so he definitely emptied the bag out, flipped it inside out, and then put the chips back in it.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was still eating chips out of this, like, inside-out Lay's bag. That was very funny.
Yeah, they couldn't show the bag on TV.
The sponsorship or something, but very funny. But aside from that, this whole fucking Chris Jericho storyline is fucking stupid, and I hate it.
Why didn't they just take duct tape and write, like, Hook on duct tape? I would have.
That would have been funny. Anyway, let's go into Collision/Rampage.
It was a 3-hour 420 special.
Yeah, which, God, 3-hour specials are rough.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we had the Bunkhouse Brawl with Danielson and Claudio versus Fletcher and Takeshita.
It was a fun fucking match.
So fun.
They beat the shit out of each other.
They fucking killed each other.
I love a good old bunkhouse brawl.
I like that Danielson had his hair down and that he had his knee pads on outside of his skinny jeans.
That's the most important thing. He
the
had
knee pads?
Knee pads over the jeans.
Yeah, it looked fucking ridiculous.
But it
was hilarious.
Knee pads over the jeans, boys.
Yeah, no, crazy fucking match. And then I'm pretty sure this, did this break down afterwards or no?
It kind of did. Hobbs came out, Moxley came out, because they have... Will Hobbs is getting an IWGP title shot on Dynamite.
Yeah.
But then Danielson won, he got the win, and then he cut a 40 Virgins promo.
Danielson does not think about 40 Virgins.
Yeah, it was a heaven promo. There was 40 Virgins, breaking necks and breaking backs and... I don't know, beating Will Ospreay's ass.
Do you have a screenshot?
I do have a screenshot. I think I screenshotted it just so it was like the quote of the promo. So this was Bryan Danielson's promo. Some people, when they think of heaven, they think of streets of gold, they think of 40 versions, but that's not me. My spirit is a part of this. When I die, my heaven will be standing in this ring bleeding in front of all of you people. Okay.
What a psychopath. What an absolute fucking psychopath. I love him.
Bryan Danielson literally said, I'm just gonna die in the ring.
I mean, I won't be surprised if that happens.
Yeah, I won't be surprised. Man. He's gonna retire soon, though.
Sorry, I don't mean to be yawning on the podcast. But moving on to that, RVD on 420 Rampage.
Yes.
And he won.
He won. He finally won an
So
AEW.
this was an eliminator match for something, wasn't it?
I don't fucking know.
I think this was an eliminator match.
Bro, I don't fucking know. Anyway, it was just cool having RVD on 420, and he had a bong on his gear.
Yeah, and he did some cool RVD stuff, and... You know.
He did the RVD things.
Yeah, he did his RVD stuff. Fun, cool, great, awesome, love it. Let's talk about Dynasty.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this
The
fucking
meat and potatoes.
podcast. Dynasty.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How the fuck do I use your phone?
Nope. I got you.
I'm sorry. I'm just a stupid Android user.
There you go.
All right. So, let's get on to Dynasty, which was last night.
From St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis. So, we will talk about the pre-show quickly. Because it exists. And I'm the host.
Fucking 0 hour bullshit.
So to start off, we had Trent Beretta defeating Matt Sydal with Mike Sydal.
That's who was with him? I didn't even fucking know.
Yeah, Mike Sydal. Huh. By submission in exactly 8 minutes.
It was a good match.
It was fun.
I like Trent as a heel.
Fun opening match. I'm so happy that Trent turned. I'm so happy that Trent's getting a singles run. And that he is just a spicy little diva.
I do like Trent as a heel, so it was fun. It should have been Trent versus Orange, but whatever.
No, but those fuckers were cooking.
They did cook. Matt Sydal's always good, though. I'll never complain about Matt Sydal. Only when he decides to do a shooting star press in his debut match. And
I feel like I have heard you complain about Matt Sydal.
Probably just the booking.
And fair enough. Okay, but yeah, good match. Love Trent. Going into Shibata and Cassidy defeating Shane Taylor Promotions.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Shibata, but I did not watch a lick of this fucking match.
I was like half paying attention, half not paying attention. Now granted, I had the pre-show up on my phone. It's like I wasn't really like not looking at my phone while doing it, but like, I wasn't invested.
I was taking a shit at this time.
No, you went out for a cigarette.
Oh yeah, I don't care about Shane Taylor Promotions. Or Orange Cassidy.
Shane Taylor Promotions, like... They have something, like, they're fine in ring. I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with them. But it's just, like, again, something I haven't really invested in yet, that I haven't really gotten behind. But, like, you know, I mean, when Shane Taylor versus Danielson was great.
Well, yeah, when you're a half-assed wrestler and you get put in the ring with one of the GOATs, you're gonna look good.
No, I'm saying is like
Bryan Danielson can wrestle a fucking broom.
He did some good shit, you know what I mean? So like, I'm not like against Shane Taylor Promotions. I just want to see more from them, like, and I want to see like better from them. But again, I'm not really invested. I'm not really overly.
They can stay in Ring of Honor for
into it just yet. Then we had Bullet Club Gold versus The Acclaimed, with the Bullet Club Gold beating The Acclaimed and unifying the AEW World Trios and Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions.
I hope that this ends The Acclaimed, because fuck, man. I fucking hate The Acclaimed. More so Billy Gunn and Max Caster.
We have nothing against Anthony Bowens ever.
Anthony Bowens should leave and become a singles competitor.
I heard through the grapevine on the internet, so take it with a grain of salt, but I heard through the grapevine on the internet that apparently Anthony Bowens doesn't even like hang out with Max Caster.
Good.
Like, he has his own like friend group and Max Caster is not involved with them.
Good.
So like he doesn't even chill with his own tag partner. But again, that could just be rumor mill.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even be hanging out with Max Caster. Max Caster's the biggest idiot ever, fumbling Chris Statlander, because my god, she looked beautiful last night.
Oh, she looks so good!
But anyway, I'm happy Bullet Club Gold won. Why was this on the pre-show? Tony's an idiot for that. Billy Gunn is not Hulk Hogan, so I don't know why the fuck they're giving him the Hulk Hogan treatment. And Max Caster should just fucking be banned from every wrestling promotion. That's my thoughts.
I think that now that Bullet Club Gold has the trios belts and they're out of this Acclaimed situation, that they're hopefully gonna be booked a little bit better.
And hopefully we never have to see The Acclaimed or her Max Caster rap again.
Moving on to the main show, we had Okada defeating Pac by pinfall. In a insane opening match.
I like New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I don't know why this opened. But the fact that it did, that was insane in itself.
It was a good opener.
It was really good. It got the crowd back into it and everything after having to look at Max Caster. And those fuckers killed each other. They went 21 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, there's longer matches that happened.
I know, but I'm just saying, they fucking killed each other.
No, it was a good match. It was bound to be a good match. It's Okada and Pac.
Yeah.
I don't know what else more you should say. It was a really good fucking match. I always just joke and say, watch Okada phone it in because, like, he's curtain jerking or because, you know, you're in bumfuck Missouri or whatever. But no, he didn't phone it in last night.
Yeah, no, it was a great match. Great fucking match. House of Black defeated Copeland, Kingston, and Briscoe by pinfall, which I'm a little surprised about because I thought Team Adam Copeland was going to be winning this.
Well, Malachi pinned Edge.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a TNT title match happening
Oh,
there.
well, yeah, I knew this was going to eventually go to a TNT title match with Copeland and Malachi, and he got sprayed with the mist.
He's going to be an evil guy. He's going to turn.
He's going to turn, and him and Christian are going to be fathers to Nick Wayne.
It was a fun 6-man. Sorry, trios.
Yeah, no, it was a fun match.
It was a fun match. It didn't need to be on the pay-per-view, in my opinion. But
no, I think it was fine being on the pay-per-view.
This pay-per-view suffered from a little bit of what people were calling it a $50 Dynamite.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
I will agree that maybe it was more so like a $45 Dynamite. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view, but
I think this pay-per-view was really fucking good.
Some things that, like, there were some matches that we could have left off the card. I just don't, like, how many matches were there out of total? 12. That is too fucking many.
That's including the pre-show.
That is too many.
That's including the pre-show.
How many were on the pre-show?
3.
That is one too many. They should have 2 matches on the pre-show.
I'm just saying, I think that this pay-per-view was fucking stacked. I think it was really fucking good. And I don't mind this trios match being on there because this still leads into the story of Adam Copeland and Malachi Black going into Double or Nothing.
We just don't need to put everything on pay-per-view, but it's fine anyway.
I think it was fine. I think it was a fine match. Everybody had, beef with House of Black, and House of Black had beef with everyone here, so it was sensical. And again, it was fun. It was a good match. Moving on to a little bit more about the House of Black, we're going to be talking about Willow Nightingale defeating Julia Hart and becoming the new TBS champion. She is the whole championship.
She's the whole championship. I mean, it was obvious because of the whole Mercedes thing. It's going to be Mercedes versus Willow for the TBS title.
Oh, the stipulation was that Sky Blue and Chris Statlander were barred from ringside.
Oh, okay. Anyway, congratulations, Willow.
Yeah, Willow deserves it. I love Julia Hart. Not saying Julia Hart didn't deserve it at all. But I absolutely am so happy for Willow. I'm just going to be very sad if she loses the belt at Double or Nothing.
She probably will.
Which I feel like is unfair.
She probably will, because, Mercedes Moné. I almost said Martinez. There's too many. She just walks in the AEW and randomly just gets a match. So, that makes sense.
But, yeah, I'm going to be really upset if she fucking loses it. But, nonetheless,
she probably will.
Hope Julia's okay, because I know that there was some issues going around with her shoulder.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was a short match. It was only 6 minutes.
I was going to say, the match length makes me think that she probably was still injured.
But she might have not been, at full capacity. But, within the 6 minutes, they still had a fucking great match.
Yeah.
It was short, it was sweet, it was to the point. Right outcome happened, and if Julia is hurt, I hope that she recovers soon, because I would love to see her back very soon. Moving on, Roderick Strong defeats Kyle O'Reilly by pinfall, and what happened? What I said was going to happen. That Adam Cole was going to show up.
And Wardlow no-sold a car crash.
Wardlow somehow is a superhuman.
He supposedly he got into a car crash, allegedly. We don't know if it's true or not, but he posted that he got into a car accident before the show, that he was fine and everything, and next thing you know, he's there. So he either lied or he no-sold the car crash, and then Adam Cole can walk again. It was like Jesus walking on water. I don't know.
I've been known that Adam Cole could walk. He walked into Kenny Omega's stream.
There was a cool thing of Adam Cole looking at Wardlow that, that turn's gonna happen.
He was trying to blow him up with his mind.
I just hate the Undisputed Kingdom storyline. It's fucking stupid. It suffered so bad, from injuries to MJF leaving for a couple months to just Tony Khan booking. It's just bad.
Adam Cole has been cursed since he has shown up.
Yeah, he could have probably been a top guy in WWE right now if he never left, because he was a Triple H guy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but he's the devil, so
I'm hoping for the best with all this. I'm hoping for a turnaround. What I was also hoping for the best for that didn't have
This went 16 and a half minutes.
This went 16 minutes and 35 seconds, which was Chris Jericho defeating Hook by pinfall for the FTW Championship. This is the match that could have been not on this fucking card. It didn't need to be on this card.
Chris Jericho is the guy that shouldn't be in AEW anymore. Chris Jericho needs... The fact... I hope Christopher Irwine and Anthony Khan
I think it's Anthony.
Anthony Khan. I hope you guys aren't dumb enough to realize that people chanting, please go home. What else were they chanting?
Fozzy sucks.
Fozzy sucks. Well, but like the please go home chants and all of that, that is not us buying in to Chris Jericho being a heel. That is us telling you, the booker, Anthony Khan, and Christopher Irwine, the person, to go the fuck home. We don't want you here. We don't want Chris Jericho in AEW. You're not good. You're not a good heel. Just go home. It sucks. You used to be one of the best, but go home. No one likes you. You're washed up. You're old, you're washed up, and Hook should drop you on your damn neck. There we go.
Please stop screaming, because my head still hurts.
I had to get my point across. Sorry.
Yeah, but you don't need to yell.
I'm yelling.
Yeah, no, I think that I think everyone thinks that this was a wrong fucking decision, that this was fucking stupid. And Chris Jericho doesn't need a belt. I don't even care if the belt's not recognized by AEW or whatever. Like, he doesn't need a fucking belt. If he wants a belt, he should get a belt like The Rock was carrying around.
No, not even that.
It's not a real belt.
Not even that.
Not a real fucking belt.
What would Chris Jericho's character be in that 70s show?
I don't know. I don't even know if there was someone in that 70s show that I hated that much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who would Tommy Chung be? Who would Leo be?
I don't know, Dylan.
Rock
RVD,
Van Dam.
yeah. RVD. Yeah, this was a stupid match. A stupid match that went for way too long and didn't need to fucking happen.
He's Kitty. Chris Jericho's Kitty because he's delusional.
Don't fucking disrespect Kitty like that ever again. Never disrespect Kitty like that ever again.
He's Red's mom because she dies.
Because she's an annoying bitch. Yeah, no, I don't know. I want to move on from this match. This was fucking stupid, and I feel really bad for Hook. Moving on, Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa, defeating Thunder Rosa by pinfall, retaining the AEW Women's World Champion. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I'm so fucking out of it.
Are you having a brain aneurysm?
I am so tired, and my head hurts, and I can't deal with this.
Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay attention to this match because I can give a fuck about Thunder Rosa.
I was half in this match, half out of this match, to be honest with you. After the fucking Hook bullshit, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa fucking sucks, so.
I'm not a big Thunder Rosa fan either. I don't think she's that good, and I don't understand the hype around her, but nonetheless, you know, I mean, right outcome. Toni Storm won, and that's that. I was hoping Jamie Hayter was gonna show back up again, but...
No.
Not yet. Maybe someday. At some point.
Maybe in WWE.
I don't think that.
Anyway, move on to a great match here.
Yeah, so the last three matches we're going to be talking about were fucking banger after banger after banger.
I was going to say, goddamn, they didn't fucking put any piss break match in between any of these matches that should have they should have probably put, like, one of these matches between, like, these matches.
No, it would have killed it.
I needed a palate cleanser, goddammit. There was no palate cleanser.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Will Ospreay defeated Bryan Danielson by pinfall in a match that went 32 minutes and 40 seconds.
What a fucking match.
Incredible fucking match. An instant fucking classic.
We knew it was going to be, but fuck, man.
As the crowd said, we were not worthy.
Yeah, they got "We Are Not Worthy" chants.
Insane.
That's the first time I've ever heard that in a wrestling match. They got "We Are Not Worthy" chants. What the absolute fuck? The big discourse about this match, because of course there has to be discourse over this fucking match, is Ospreay hit the Tiger Driver, and then he said on the media scrum that he's gonna retire it because Bryan Danielson seizure celled it. He took a shoulder bump, people. He's fine. Fucking relax. It's a fucking work. Will Ospreay is not going to retire the Tiger Driver. Go back to all of the promos that were fucking said. There was like a whole thing of... I think they set themselves up here for a trilogy between Danielson and Ospreay, to be honest with you. Because if you remember, Danielson asked Ospreay after he hit the Tiger Driver on Kenny Omega, was it worth it? And Ospreay said yes. So he hits it again on Danielson. Was it worth it? Well, we gotta find out. Yeah. And then I have a feeling Will Ospreay saying he's gonna retire it. They'll have a second match. He goes to hit it. Danielson gets the win, capitalizing on him not. Like, he'll hesitate to hit it. And then the third match, Danielson will probably die. Because he'll probably be from, like, the top of the fucking roof or something.
Yeah. No, I mean, as it should have been, you know?
And then Bryan Danielson will be dead, and then we'll wrestle a bear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, he better wrestle a bear eventually. I want to see it happen. I don't know if that... I'm not against animal abuse or anything, but I just think it would be really fucking funny if Bryan Danielson wrestles a bear.
Did you say I'm not against animal abuse?
Or, I am against animal abuse. I am against animal abuse. Animal abuse is bad. But I just think it would be funny if you wrestled a bear.
I mean, yeah.
Or a kangaroo.
Something like that.
What do you think of this match?
I mean, I thought it was an instant classic. I thought it was absolutely fucking phenomenal. They kept pulling shit out of their asses I didn't think they were going to be pulling out. And... yeah, I just loved it. So, I mean, if you didn't see it, I would really recommend finding somewhere to watch it because it was fucking fantastic.
It was a good match.
Moving on to the match that I was waiting for the most out of this night. The Young Bucks, our EVPs Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, defeated FTR, Dax and Cash, for the AEW World Tag Team Championship with...
In a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Yeah, basically in a TLC match.
Because it wasn't just a ladder match.
We're
building up to that. We gotta talk about the match first.
This is a part of the match.
That's the final of the match.
Alright, fine. Talk about the fucking match.
We gotta talk about the crazy spots they did, because there was crazy ass spots that they did.
Mm-hmm.
All four of them. Cash Wheeler was fucking doing flippy dippy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they almost killed each other a few times.
Yeah, Dax almost straight up killed Matt.
Yeah, Matt Jackson almost died.
Yeah, Matt Jackson could have definitely fucking died.
Cash Wheeler almost... Was it Cash and Matt on top of the ladder and it moved or whatever?
That was Dax.
After I said...
That was Dax.
Oh, was it? See, when you're talking about Matt almost dying, I'm talking about the bump he took through the table.
Oh, yeah, no, I was talking about the fucking... Was it a pile driver?
Yeah, the pile driver on the ladder.
Yeah.
After I said, man, that would suck if the ladder just moved.
Yeah, no, that's what I was
talking about. And it just moved.
But yeah, no, Matt, took a whole ass bump through a table and smacked his head off the fucking guardrail.
It was wild. Anyway. And then, like I said, what would happen? FTR. Was it Dax or Cash?
It was Dax.
It was Dax. Dax was bleeding, too.
Fucking red as fuck tomato-looking head.
But he was climbing the ladder, and the next thing you know, someone appears and pushes him off.
Well, a fan.
It was a fan.
A fan ran through the crowd with a Sting mask on. That was running through the crowd with security chasing after him, jumped into the fucking ring.
God, I hate when fans jump in the fucking ring.
And then pushed Dax off the fucking ladder, and then security cornered him and ripped the mask off, and who was it?
It was a Scooby-Doo episode.
It was Jack Perry.
Oh my God, they caught the villain.
It was Jack Perry, who I was making jokes the entire fucking pay-per-view that he was under the ring the whole time, and I was like, guys, be careful pulling stuff out. Jack's under there. Make sure you say hi.
He was not under the ring.
He was not under the ring.
He was in the crowd.
But yeah, Jack Perry came out and killed Dax.
and helped the Young Bucks win, and he threw up the Elite sign.
He threw up the Elite sign on his way out after he was arrested.
So the Elite now have the Continental Breakfast Championship and the Tag Team Breakfast Championship. And
they have a scapegoat.
And they have a scapegoat championship.
And I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited because, not only did Jack get a positive reaction, which was, the most important thing to me.
The reveal was funny of that shit-eating grin.
Oh, my God.
That was funny.
He's like, I know I'm a menace, and
It was just funny.
I'm a petty little
bro,
bitch.
It was a straight-up Scooby-Doo episode. They fucking ripped the mask off the villain.
And he's just smirking. And he's like, yeah, I'm a little piss asshole. I'm a fucking dick.
We knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, 100%.
We knew it was gonna happen.
Knew it was gonna happen.
But now we just kind of have to see where it goes from here.
I'm excited because he got a really good reaction from the crowd. Which again, that was important to me because, you know, worrying about getting stuck with the CM Punk chance for the rest of your life is, you know, terrible. But not only that, I think that him with the Bucks is going to be really good. They'll help him out a lot. They'll help elevate him a lot and everything. And I mean, he's already done so good over in New Japan.
He's not even going to learn from the Bucks. He's going to learn from Okada. The fuck you mean?
Yeah, I don't understand how this fucker ended up in a faction with Okada, but here we are.
Well, we got to look at the butterfly effect. CM Punk choked him out.
No.
And then that's how he ended up with Okada.
He made a stupid remark about Real Glass, and that's how he ended up with Okada.
Fucking crazy.
Real weird. If he never did that, I wonder what would have been happening by now. Anyway.
Been teaming with Luchasaurus.
Very happy. No, they already broke up.
They would have been back together.
But very happy that the Bucks are first 3-time World Tag Team Champions. Very happy that Jack Perry is with them and he showed back up. And, I can't wait to see what Kenny has to say about this on Friday.
He's gonna be mad.
Be like, what do you think about you being fired and being replaced by Okada and Jack Perry? What do you think about this, Kenny? Moving on to our main event, Swerve Strickland and Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship, and Swerve Strickland reigned victorious.
Because of the Jimmy Rave robe.
Because of the Jimmy Rave robe.
He came out wearing Jimmy Rave's robe. Hashtag forever the embassy. That popped me. As soon as he came out with the robe, I was like, yeah, he better fucking win.
It was a good match. There wasn't anything, like, spectacle about it. There wasn't anything crazy about it. It was just a, regular singles match for what it was. I do kind of wish there was a stipulation with it.
Nah, they didn't need a stipulation.
But,
the stipulation was Swerve winning.
Yeah, I mean, nonetheless, it was a good match. They had a good match. Right outcome, of course, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm so happy that Hangman didn't show up.
Yeah.
A lot of people online had me super fucking worried because I was like, they're not going to do that. And I'm like, wait, what if they do that? What if they actually do that?
I'm just happy Swerve is the champion. It's about time.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the first African-American AEW champion, so that's pretty cool.
Which is fucking awesome.
He deserves it, though, so yeah.
Very excited to see what's going to go on with this title reign. I know we're going to see Hangman soon enough. Probably at the latest Double or Nothing.
I feel like this is going to be a very different title reign from all the others.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm expecting something different.
But, yeah. Happy for Swerve. Again, long overdue. Well deserved. And I guess with that caps off Dynasty.
That was Dynasty.
Again, I think the pay-per-view overall was really good.
It wasn't on the bad end of Full Gear or World's End. We'll give it that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking buy into the bullshit of it being a $50 fucking Dynamite. I think it was really good. I think all the matches had their own fucking special things to them. And, like, it's always the thing is AEW rarely misses with pay-per-views. Aside from, like, Full Gear and World's End. Like, last year's Full Gear and World's End was not great. There's some good matches on it, but again, like, not great pay-per-views. Where this, I mean, it definitely wasn't their, like, absolute best pay-per-view, but it was really good, and it was very high energy for, like, most of the night. So I don't really have much to complain, and I feel like we got a lot of good things going here. There's a lot of title changes. Swerve, we'll say title change, new champions for the tag belts. So the Bucks, Willow, like, the Bullet Club Gold.
The most important belt, the FTW title.
And we're not talking about that. But, like, there was a lot of belt changes this pay-per-view. So, like, really feels like, all right, we're going we got a new direction we're going in. So, very excited to see it.
Well, yeah, they're definitely doing something with the FTW title. They have a big direction there.
Anyway, with that being said, I guess that takes us into Wrestler of the Week.
Yeah, and you're the host, so Lyssie, who the fuck is the Wrestler of the Week?
Do you really have to guess?
Who is it,
Do you really
Lyssie?
have to sound that disappointed about
Who
it?
the fuck is it, and why is it Luke Perry's son?
You're right, it's Jack Perry. How did you know? I feel like that was so not obvious.
Fun fact, I'm named after Luke Perry. Well, character.
You're not Luke.
I'm not Luke. Dylan McKay. Luke Perry's character from Beverly Hills 90210. So, thanks, Mom, for having some intertwine with me and Jack Perry.
For First of all, you don't hate Jack Perry. You only started hating...
Whoa!
Shut up, I have a headache still.
Jungle Life?
You only started not liking Jack Perry after the fucking CM Punk shit.
I'm happy he's Jack Perry and not Jungle Boy. I'll put it that way.
Jungle Boy wasn't even his idea.
I know. Man.
It was not, and he hated it. He thought it was stupid. That was a rib.
Well, yeah, Jungle Boy's dumb. Anyway.
I don't remember what name he was initially using.
I'll look it up.
I think it was Nate something.
I'll look it up.
It was Nate something, but it was like Nate Jungle Boy something. Because I can't remember what promotion it was, but he was in a promotion where he went by this name, Nate whatever, and he didn't know what to do, so he just kind of crouched down in the corner, and someone there was like, oh, I got a great name for you, and then the next thing he knows, he's being announced as Nate Jungle Boy.
Yeah, so he's gone by the names of Jack Perry, Johnny Drake, Shut the Fuck Up.
Why is everyone so loud when they
Jungle Boy, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and Jungle Boy Nate Coy.
Yeah, Nate Coy, that's what it was. I think it was from a TV show or a movie that he was watching, and he was like on the phone as someone was like, we need a name for you, He's like, Nate Coy. And it was just a name that he saw like on TV or whatever, which is very interesting. But yeah, when they named him Jungle Boy, or gave him that nickname, he was like, motherfucker, that's fucking stupid.
Anyway. Why do you like Luke Perry's son?
Well, okay, so, as much as I love the scapegoat thing that's going on and whatnot, I've liked Jack Perry since I started watching AEW.
You liked when he was Jungle Boy?
I loved him when he was Jungle Boy. Fun story, actually. We were there when Jack and Luchasaurus won the AEW tag team belts of
Ray Phoenix, the Lucha Brothers.
The Lucha Brothers.
That's when Ray Phoenix, did the same thing my elbow did.
Yeah. So we were there when that happened, and I was so excited because I was like, "This is Jurassic Express's time. This is their fucking time. They're gonna win the fucking belts. They're gonna win the fucking belts."
I think all of us were excited.
Well, yeah, but I was so fucking excited. And then when they won the belts, now mind you, this was the end of a Dynamite. We had Rampage still. I think this was when we saw the Bucks too.
No, we didn't.
This is the first time we went.
This is the first time
we went.
We didn't see the Bucks the first
because this was the TBS debut, I believe.
Yeah.
And they won the belts, and I screamed so loud that I actually heard and felt my voice just start disappearing. And that was the moment my voice went for the rest of the night. My voice was gone the next fucking day. I think I went into work, I had work the next day, and my voice was just fucking gone. And I was like, well, that's because of Jack Perry. But no, I always loved Jack Perry when I first started watching AEW. He does the flippy stuff, he does the fun stuff. I mean, not as much anymore. Now with his stuff over in New Japan, he's grounded himself a lot more, and he still does some flippy stuff. I think he still does a Poison Rana and shit. But he'll do the thing where he'll his one of his team members was holding his opponent's arm, and he would go to do a move off the top, but then he would just jump down from the top rope and flip everyone off and just smash their arm down or whatever. He's grounded himself a lot. But even prior to that, I'm really big on the flippy shit stuff. I never really minded too much about
Mm-hmm.
his promo ability, because his promo ability was never really the best. It's gotten a lot better. But it was never necessarily the best because he himself had said he never really took the time to do it because it was something that he wasn't the most interested in, because he was like, I just want to go out and wrestle. I don't want to have to go talk and say all these things. And he also didn't want to come off as an overconfident baby face and whatnot because he thought that shit was corny. So he just kind of avoided it for the longest time until he couldn't. But I never really cared too much about the promo ability because I really always liked the in-ring stuff that he did. He always had that exact type of style that I liked. He has a great fucking look. And even when, doing, a whole Jungle Boy thing, it worked. It worked. And then his whole feud with Christian and everything, and the Christian has a pussy fucking shirt. Then he got in a lot of trouble for it. I don't know. I love him. I fucking love him. You gonna ask me anything else?
What are some of your favorite matches?
Ooh. Well, I will say his match with Luchasaurus, the cage match. I mean, that might be biased because we saw it live.
It was a good one.
That might be a bias, but that was a really fucking fun match.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Again, his whole not trilogy, but his whole fucking story with Christian was really fucking good.
I feel like that's unfinished to some end.
I think there's a little bit of unfinished business there. I mean, he buried him though, so I mean, or put him in a casket or something. I think that's what it was.
I don't fucking remember.
He threw him in a coffin or in a grave or something. It could be. It still could be. I feel like there might be a little bit of unfinished business with Hook too, but when he was the FTW champion, and that was like when he was really getting into his fucking heel shit, like that was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like he again with his promo ability. He wasn't great at promos to begin with as a babyface, and he was never really a heel. So then he had to completely relearn a whole other fucking thing. And I think he was doing good for what he was given. And then, he went over to New Japan. And that was the last time we saw him.
What did you think of his New Japan stuff?
I liked it. Again, there was a lot of... Again, he was in a faction. He was in House of Torture. So there was a lot of...
Which, that's unfortunate.
Well... Look, there was a lot of tag team matches and shit, which is to be expected. So I'm not overly surprised about that. Some of the fucking matches were fucking wild. There was one that I had no idea, like, until about halfway, if not like 3/4 of the way through the match, realized that it was supposed to just be regular tag rules. Because it was just absolute fucking chaos. And then Jack was standing on the fucking apron next to the rope, and I was like, why is he just fucking standing there? He's not even doing anything to help his fucking teammate. And then they tagged him in. I was like, this is tag rules? I was like, I guess I thought it was like a tornado tag or something or another. I'm like, this has rules? What is happening? But yeah, so I mean, his stuff over in New Japan was really good. I mean, he really went over there and just had a feud with Shota. That was literally his whole fucking thing over there. And I mean, all of their one-on-one shit was fucking phenomenal. Like, absolutely great.
Speaking of, here's Jack Perry.
Is he really just walking up with popcorn?
Yep, he's just walking around popcorn before he had to go do his thing.
Are you fucking serious?
Yep. That's all he's doing.
If I was one of those fucks right there while this is happening, I'd be so fucking mad.
Oh, there, he threw it. He threw it.
Oh. Boink.
So that's what he was doing. They rushed the ring, bro.
They rushed it.
They rushed it. That was funny.
That's hilarious. Oh man, I love that. But yeah, no. So I mean, his stuff over in New Japan was fine. It was fun. I'm always a sucker for like tag matches, so I can't really complain about the amount that there were. But yeah, I liked it a lot. And again, I think him going over there and even being with the House of Torture, nonetheless, he elevated them to a degree of, I mean, fuck, they had the number one selling shirt over in New Japan.
That's true.
So, I mean, he did something right. You know what I mean? He did something right over there.
Be realistic. Be honest, be realistic. How much did you like of the Jurassic Express stuff compared to what he's doing like now with the heel stuff?
I like him better as a heel. But I like the way he wrestled more with Jurassic Express because that fits my style that I like more, like the flippy stuff. I like his presentation and his attitude as a heel because, like I said before, I think
he's a chicken shit heel.
Well, I think what he needed too was the CM Punk shit because I feel like when he was a heel with Hook, he was feuding with somebody who was his friend, and I don't want to say maybe he had a hard time kind of distinguishing the two, but, like, he was kind of thrown into being a heel. Like, all right, well, you're going to turn on Hook now, and now you're a heel, and you're a bad guy and whatnot, and good luck. Now that he's a heel, after the CM Punk shit has happened, now he has a reason to be angry. Now he has a reason to be petty and an asshole and a dick.
Well, yeah, he can play up the whole thing of, like, I mean, 8 months of his career wasn't completely taken, but 8 months of my career was taken because of X, Y, and Z.
And he has, like, And it's that real life anger now.
Yeah. Well, that's
You know
what I'm saying. Play into the like the whole like I had to be shipped off fucking somewhere else for 8 months.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the closest we saw to this was with his feud with Christian, with the whole like, excuse me,
they're
cops?
after you.
Was with Christian with the whole like Christian is a fucking pussy shit. Like that was one of his most fired up fucking promos that we saw from him, and he was a babyface.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I liked his moveset a lot more with Jurassic Express. I still love Jurassic Express. I think the dynamic between him and Luchasaurus was really good. You have this short flippy guy and this big fucking dinosaur. It was fun. Like it was fun. But now with Scapegoat, it's like getting gritty, it's getting real, and I really fucking like that. So yeah, I think I will say in comparison, I like him as a heel better. And I think with him grounding himself as a heel also will fit a lot better into what the Young Bucks are doing as heels now, because they've grounded themselves as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Nick is still a little flippy on occasion, not like overly the top or anything like that. But the whole Young Bucks thing now is grounded and they're just getting their shit kicked in. That's their whole shtick now. But now with Jack, I think that'll play in really well.
I think the Elite is going to be kind of like, it obviously revolves around the Young Bucks, but Okada's going to be the heavy, and I think Jack's going to be the bump guy.
I think Jack's also going to be the inconvenience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's going to be that guy that always is going to get involved and not give a fuck type of thing. You were an inconvenience. Oh, fuck. You were my Jack Perry.
Yeah.
Shit. Anyway, any fucking closing thoughts on Jack Perry?
I got a lot of them.
We'll keep it short and simple to the point.
No, I mean, again, I've liked Jack for a long fucking time now. Ever since watching AEW. I've really fucking liked him. And with the whole CM Punk thing going on, I mean, I get it that he was suspended because he was involved, but I really thought that, at first, his suspension and the time that he spent away was kind of unjustified. I don't think that there's really a reason he should be gone for as long as he is. But after seeing what he was doing over in New Japan and how he was like building himself back up and whatnot, I think that'll play into like a really nice type of backstory, and I think it helped him out in the long run. And I will also say, devil's advocate here, anyone that's gonna sit here and complain and say that the All-In footage benefited nobody, there's the guy it benefited. Right fucking there.
Not wrong there.
It's not going to benefit AEW. It's not going to benefit the Bucks. It's sure as hell not going to benefit CM Punk. It's going to benefit Perry. And it really fucking did, because the reaction he got coming back and the reaction he got in Chicago is proof enough.
Well, it goes back to what I said, I think, on last episode. We were talking about Windy City Riot. Mm-hmm. He turned a negative into a positive.
Yeah. And
best thing you can do.
And the fact that he was successful in doing it. And even so, I think we heard a couple CM Punk chants during the Bucks matches, and we heard it not only on Collision but also on Dynasty.
I think you're gonna hear them regardless.
Well, what I'm saying is, we heard a couple of them, but then as they were starting, the crowd just started booing. Like, majority of the crowd just started booing to like overshadow it. And I think that's really good, because nonetheless, like, I get it. It's all fun and, like, funny and games and whatnot to be like, boo the heels. But at the end of the day, the Young Bucks are still getting the This Is Awesome chants. People are still cheering for Jack Perry in Chicago. At the end of the day, it could be funny and whatever, but I feel like it's important that these three people are not stuck in the shadow of something fucking superficial and stupid. And I know it's stupid to say when these three people are involved in something that was now brought back from the footage. But if they can benefit off of it and they can work off of it and they can use it as a backstory without getting shadowed the rest of their career by this fucking stupid CM Punk chance, I think that's fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all three of them are fantastic talents. And whether you like them or not, they're, at least the Young Bucks, I know people argue Perry heavily, but they'll argue the Bucks heavily too, but whether you like it or not, the Young Bucks are up there as arguably the best tag team of our generation. And there's a reason that they're there.
No, I think FTR is, but that's just me.
Well, and again, that's fair. But what I'm saying is there's a reason that their names are in the conversation.
Well, yeah.
So to try and overshadow them by...
Their names will always be in the conversation of, like, modern tag teams right now, even with FTR and the Usos. Like,
yeah.
And I guess you can put the fucking New Day there, too.
Yeah.
As, like, I guess the top 4... There's your Mount Rushmore of, like, new era modern tag teams right there.
No, I 100% agree. And, you know, again, it's just one of those things where it's like, I get it, and I get those, like, smart marks and those smart asses that want to be funny about stuff. But it's old. It's boring. Get creative. I don't know. Like, say something funnier. I have no idea. Like, there was a please be careful chant during the ladder match. That's funny. If we can come up with shit like that, we can come up with other shit.
Nothing beats out. We're not worthy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
The we are not worthy chants are fucking insane. That you get... The fact that you're able to get that...
Yeah.
Like, getting a you fucked up chant, this is awesome chant, or please be careful chant, okay, cool and funny at the same time. But the fact that, I know we're talking about Jack Perry, but the fact that Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson got a we're not worthy chant speaks fucking volumes.
Yeah. But no, get creative with your fucking chants, guys. It gets old and it gets boring and it's tiresome. So, I don't know, just use an ounce of creativity for once.
You know what chants I miss?
What?
Asshole. I miss those chants.
Hopefully people will start bringing it back for Chris Jericho.
Those chants were great.
I hope Jack Perry takes the belt off Chris Jericho.
Congratulations, Chris Jericho, for getting a please go home chant.
Yeah, seriously.
Good job. You're doing great, sweetie.
I am such a good heel. Chris Jericho going back with the FTW belt. I am such a good heel.
No, you're not. Anyway, that's for this week's installment of Talkin Wrasslin. Lissy, take us the fuck home. Please go home. Please go home.
Yeah, I kind of want to take a bath. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. If you want to find us anywhere else that's not on YouTube, you could find our Instagram, which is Talkin Wrasslin Pod. That is TALKIN_WRASSLIN_POD. If you want to find me anywhere on social media, that is, again, not here. You can find me on my Instagram and my Twitter by the same handle, which is Lungtar. That is LUNG_TAR. Post a lot about wrestling on my Twitter, mainly Jack Perry right now because I am unwell. Also,
I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. Okay, that's all I can sing.
Also, on my Instagram, you know, I post more on my stories than I do on my actual feed, but I did just post a photo of my Jack Perry jacket on Instagram, so if you want to go over there and like it, that'd be super cool. You don't have to, of course. If you want to follow me on TikTok, where you can see my face while I'm talking, I don't know why, but sure. It is Lungbucks. That is LUNG_BUCKS. Of course, it is a pun on the Young Bucks. How much of a rock have you been living under if you didn't understand that I was a Young Bucks fan? And with that being said, Dylan, where can these people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at DannyValo, DANI_line, VALO_line. I just been posting stuff for One More Time and other stuff. So keep an eye on that stuff. But if you want to find me on Twitter, good luck. I don't care if you do or not. I'm kind of in a whole discourse of making fun of people getting offended over Bring Me the Horizon, which is actually kind of funny. But we don't care about that right now. We care about wrestling. But just like how the chant was chanting at Chris Jericho, you guys are probably chanting the same thing at me. Please go home. So we're going to go the fuck home.
We already are home.
We're going to end this fucking shit.
Oh, okay.
And tune in next week for episode 15.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching, listening, whatever you want to call it, and we'll see you next time.
Like, share, subscribe.
Goodbye.